Welcome back. You're watching What's Going On. Well, this next segment is something that I'm dying to know. Oh, I love ghost puns. I actually have ghost behaviorist and author Chris Boers here joining us to talk about his new book, Haunted Toledo. Welcome, Chris. Thank you so much for joining us
thank
today.
you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes. Okay. So for the viewers at home, tell us about Haunted Toledo.
Yeah. So this book is actually currently sold out right now. Amazon has been sold out. They got a shipment last night, and they've got like 2 or 3 copies left. So I think we sold about 600 copies since it came out last week. It's been incredible.
It's been incredible. So what do you attribute to this success? Tell us about what's inside of it that's making it fly off the shelves.
Yeah, so I've pinpoint 50 locations within Toledo that are haunted, and a lot of them are the well-known suspects, like Oliver House, Collingwood Art Center, but I go and I found a lot of places that people are more familiar with, like the Franklin Park Mall, the Toledo Zoo. I've got a Rite Aid in there, Toys R Us, and I've been able to collect from 100 different people all their personal accounts and stories, and I go out into these places and investigate them. So I put all this stuff in one book. It took me about 2 years to write, and it's just a culmination of my love of the paranormal field.
Now, I have to ask, that's a lot of hauntings for one place. What makes Toledo such a susceptible place for the paranormal?
Yeah, I had to actually cut it off at 50 because, boy, this thing could have just went on forever. But it just seems like there are so many places within Toledo that are haunted. They have great history to them. I get into all the history and the backstory of these places. And case in point, like with the Franklin Park Mall, people don't realize this, but in JCPenney's specifically, in 1975, the manager there had a heart attack and died right on the sales floor.
Oh, goodness.
And so I went in there and I asked him, I was like, hey, is any place in the store haunted? And they're like, it's weird that you ask that because we have a bathroom upstairs that people swear that they hear stuff in the bathroom stall when there's nobody in there.
Right.
So yeah, it's just crazy to find out all these personal stories.
Right, and to know that even ghosts have to go, right? They're in the bathroom. Now tell us, how did you become a ghost behaviorist?
Yeah, so I was always a fan of the paranormal shows back when they started in 2004. But back in around 2010, they all seemed to hit this wall where they couldn't surpass this certain level of ghost interaction.
Right.
So I like to take a Buddhist slant to the paranormal field, and once I did that, I used things like the Tibetan Book of the Dead, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, and psychology. And when I merged those under one banner, I'm able to get interactions that just break the mold. I'm able to get interactions that last 90 minutes long.
Wow.
I've been able to get manifestations on command, which this stuff is not, you can't do this in this field.
Right.
So I'm really breaking the mold, and I document a lot of that stuff in the book.
Well, speaking of documentation, you actually were able to, if we can pull it up, you have this piece of evidence that is unmistakably undeniable. Can you tell us about what it is that you captured here?
Yeah, so like I said, I can get manifestations on command now, which is unheard of. And what is captured in this picture here, I caught it at the Oliver House, and I go into detail on how I caught this in the book, but it was interesting because I was talking to this female that haunts a certain place in Oliver House.
Right.
And when I got to a certain point in the conversation, I asked her about how she manifests in the afterlife, and all of a sudden, I didn't see it with my own eyes because it happened within a split second, but when I saw this little flash of light go across the screen. Now, when I went back and watched it, I had to slow it down because it happened in 1/3 of a second.
Right.
But you could see a ghost hand
A
materialized.
hand.
Now, what's interesting about this is when you see these ghost hunting shows on TV, they always have the night vision on.
Right.
This is the first time
this
a
is
ghost...
in color, and if you could see the green outline, and you see kind of the outside of her hand and her knuckles right there. So for viewers at home, again, it's that green sort of hand-shaped figure in the center there, and it's sort of like 3D. The more you look at it, the clearer it seems to get.
Right, and what's amazing about this, like I said, every time you see a ghost hunting show capture a ghost light, it's always monochrome, black and white, because they have night vision on. This was the very first time a hand like this, a ghost light like this was caught without night vision on. So now we get to see the color of our spirit. And what I found out is that spirits show up in different colors, and each color has meaning. Okay. So this is just changing the game all around.
Oh my goodness.
What I'm doing.
Well, now it's selling out very, very quickly. Where can people follow you and follow your journey?
Yeah, so I'm online on YouTube. If you look up Ghost Dr. Chris, this is my DVD.
Ghost Dr. Chris.
I'm on my season 2, but I go to a lot of locations around town, like the Oliver House, the Toledo Airport.
Right.
Super haunted, so cool. I interacted with some of the spirits that died in previous plane crashes.
Oh my goodness.
That was fun. But if you go onto my YouTube channel, Ghost Dr. Chris, you'll be able to find all that and more.
Awesome, and we'll actually have all those links up on NBC24.com. Thank you so much, Chris.
Oh, thank you.
We have
Pleasure.
to have you on before Halloween and get some more spooky information.
Yes, 50 locations.
50 locations.